Greetings, royal family. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for clicking on the video. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Morning Boogie Morning Show with me, Royal B. As you're coming in, make sure you pay your admission fee, hit the like button, drop your comments throughout the broadcast. If you're watching the replay, the same rules apply. I do want to give a warm welcome to the new royal family members. Welcome. Get comfortable. So we got a couple of cute topics today. Beenie Man, the dancehall king, is frustrated with Billboard, and he pretty much calls them out. Got a little bit of Little Kim news and Mr. Papers. Baby, the Barbs are on fire, and their target is ASAP Ferg. Gonna touch on that. Miss Stephanie Mills, the living legend, she calls out Kanye West and Nick Cannon for their shenanigans, to say the least. Tracy Morgan, he is getting divorced. His wife filed for divorce recently, so there's an update with that. So like I said, like the video, please. Thanks in advance. Drop your comments throughout the broadcast. Again, if you're watching the replay, drop your comments as well. I love to hear from you guys. All right, so before we get into what's on the lineup, okay, let's get into this shenanigans for a little bit. So I don't know if you guys saw this or if you were aware. It was all over the news. Your president of the United States, he was escorted from his news briefing. He was escorted off stage by the Secret Service following a shooting outside the White House. So during his briefing, he was escorted out of the press room as he began his press conference. This was on Monday, and he later returned. They had him in the Oval Office for a little while, and he returned, and he announced that there had been a shooting outside the White House grounds, and the suspect had been shot by law enforcement. But look at his face. He's like, excuse me, what? Excuse me, what? Oh, the 4 for 4? You want to go get a 4 for 4? Sure, yeah. Come on, let's go. Like, it looks weird. I don't know. I don't know what reaction I'm expecting him to have when you hear that news. He's like, say what? Oh, they got what? Oh, they got the roll up in the back? Oh, okay, we out. He just looks at the audience like, oh, okay. All right, yeah, all right, we out. But again, he did later return and say that and said that the alleged suspect had been shot by law enforcement. I was reading the comments on Twitter. This is on Twitter, and some of the people were saying that they think that it was staged, to try to. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, at this point, I don't even care. I'm glad that no one got hurt though, so that's a good thing. All right, let's move this train along. Up next, the Queen Bee, the one and only Miss Little Kim. So this is very interesting. So Mr. Papers is the father of Little Kim's daughter, and he's also her ex, obviously, right? She broke up with him, then she got with this new guy, Mr. Perfect, Mr. Fantastic, whatever. He had a shady past. They broke up recently, so it looks like Little Kim and Mr. Papers might be getting back together. He expressed his love for her when she was dating Mr. Perfect, whatever the heck his name was. So I don't know if they're officially together or what, but Mr. Papers, he posted this foolishness on his Instagram. Do you guys see that? It basically says, if you cheat on me, I'm going to whatever you B word, and then he at Little Kim. Then Little Kim responds, if you cheat on me, I'ma sue you. And then she added Mr. Papers. I don't know what type of back alley foolishness they got going on, but this is not cute to me whatsoever. Yeah, this is on his Instagram page. So I don't know if they are officially together. I guess they decided to work things out and get back together. But baby, maybe this is an inside joke between the two of them. I don't know. But why the heck would you put this on Instagram? to get people talking? Does Little Kim have a single coming out? Like, child, bye. This is just weird. This is just weird. Anyway, chalk it up to 2020. Nothing is normal in 2020. But what should be normal is you hitting that like button as you're coming and dropping your comments. All right, let's move this train along. Let's pray for Little Kim because I don't like this. I don't know. Maybe it's an inside joke between the two of them. I don't know. This is just weird to put this out publicly. This should have been like a private text. Moving along. So Beenie Man, he is upset and he called out Billboard magazine. So on the cover of Billboard, what they did was they decided to honor the artists who participated in the versus battles, right? So you see the cover, right? And you know, Swiss Beats, he posted this to his Instagram page. Cute, right? So I said, okay, that's dope. You see, what's his name? Swiss Beats and Timbaland on the front. So these are a few of the people that participated in the versus battle. Now, of course, it makes sense that Timbaland and Swiss Beats are on the front, right there, front and center of the cover, being that they're the ones that started all this. Well, King Beenie Man was not feeling the cover. Right, so he and Bounty Killer, Beenie Man and Bounty Killer, they participated in a versus battle, and I must say that is my favorite so far. That was my favorite. It was epic. Anyway, so Beenie Man, he shared his frustrations, and he felt like he and Bounty Killer were left out of the recognition. So he decided to post this. He said, "Big up Swiss and Tim's." Not Tim's, like the Timbs you wear, Timberland. But basically he was saying like this is what the genre of dancehall music faces all the time. You know, everybody wants to like take a piece of dancehall and build it up and then do everything to undermine the genre of dancehall. So they basically steal from the culture. You know, they're heavily influenced by the culture, but then they kind of discard it and don't want to give credit to dancehall. So he says, you know, don't try to undermine the thing, hashtag dancehall. He says, when will dancehall get its recognition? No matter how the impact, no matter how hard they work, and no matter how powerful the music is, they still try every time they get a chance. They still try every time them get a chance. Okay. So I understand what Beenie Man is clearly saying here. This has been I don't want to say argument, but this has been a stance that a lot of dancehall artists have taken as it pertains to their music not being, quote, mainstream. I feel a couple of ways about this. But anyway, back to Swiss Beats, right? So Swiss Beats, you know, he gives a shout out. He's very grateful to Billboard. He says in his post, you know, grateful. Thank you so much for all of your support at Billboard. You guys killed it. Thank you. We couldn't get this far without the people, the creatives, and our teams. Thank you guys. Ayo Timbaland, let's keep it going. Also, shout out to King Beenie Man, and he added Bounty Killer as well, and all the other creatives that were a part of the Versus Effect. So this was the original. It appears this was the original cover, right? So after Beenie Man voiced his frustrations, like, yo, like y'all left us out on the cover, you serious? Like that was the first international versus. It was in Jamaica. Their Wi-Fi was stronger than anybody else's Wi-Fi. It was hype. Like I said, that was my favorite versus battle to date. It was straight up like a stage show that you would go to in Jamaica or wherever. Anyway. So this is what Swiss Beats then posted. You see Beenie Man and Bounty Killer on the front, replacing Timbaland and Swiss Beats. Swiss Beats says, to our fans, while we are honored that Versus made the cover of Billboard, this would not have been possible without Beenie Man and Bounty Killer, who set a big tone for our audience and represented for Jamaica. Thank you, Billboard, for the acknowledgement, but we feel this version of the cover best represents the Versus Effect. So, of course, Beenie Man was happy with that. I feel a few ways about this. I feel like I understand where Beenie Man is coming from because many times especially in the early 90s, like hip hop and rap, there was a heavy late 80s, early 90s dance hall influence in a lot of the 90s rap music. Even now, you know, and it's not considered mainstream. A lot of the artists in dancehall are not considered mainstream. Beenie Man just so happens to be one of them that is mainstream. He had a couple of crossover records. He did a song with Janet Jackson, did a song with Maya. So he crossed over years ago. So he's like, the king of the dancehall or whatever. But here's the thing. I respect Swiss Beats' attempt. He made a nice gesture, and I definitely appreciate that, right? He did, like I said, he thanked Billboard for their recognition, and he suggested that the new cover basically feature Bounty Killer and Beenie Man. Even though that their battle was iconic, and I'm speaking as a Jamaican woman, I respect this. Big up to Swiss. He's always represented, dance hall culture and always giving props to the islands, especially Jamaica. I do feel that Swiss Beats and Timbaland should remain on the cover, being that this started with them. This turned into a thing. It was just one night they were going back and forth, and then it turned into a thing. And because of them, it created a platform for these artists to do this versus battle during quarantine, right? I do think that Beenie Man and Bounty should definitely be on the cover as well. But for them to take over the cover, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not mad at it. And I kind of respect the fact that, Swiss Beats is willing to kind of like, not be on the cover with Timbaland. Because everybody knows where it all started, right? So I guess I'm not mad at that. But I think that they definitely should have been incorporated on the cover for sure. These two. But I also think that Timbaland and Swiss Beats should somewhere be on the cover as well. Tell me what you think. I mean, I respect Swiss Beats for this nice gesture. So I don't know if he changed the cover before or after, or made a suggestion to change the cover before or after. They need to find a better picture as well. But yeah, I can understand Beenie Man's argument for sure. It's been an argument that a lot of dancehall and reggae artists have had. But I mean, I don't know. I'm 50-50 on this. But tell me what you guys think. All right. Big up to Beenie Man and Bounty Killer. For real, that versus battle was lit, right? Ooh, child. All right, let's move this along. Baby, let me tell you something right now. The Barbs, they don't play. Y'all know that already. The Barbs are not playing. The Barbs basically are coming for ASAP Ferg. And they are coming for him because of his failure to send website sales for Move Your Hips to Billboard. Child. And they trended the hashtag ASAP Ferg is over. That was trending on Twitter yesterday. So the new single, Move Your Hips, it ended up at number 19 on this week's Billboard Hot 100 charts. And the Barbs are not feeling that at all. So the Barbs are pissed because they said they put a lot of work, to try to get Nicki another hit record. A couple of Barbs said that they spent their weed money. They spent their weed money buying, purchasing the single on her website and ASAP Ferg's website. I saw someone posted that they spent $1,900. No lie, I should have put the screenshot in there. You could just go and look through the threads on Twitter. So Queen Charts, right, is a Twitter page that I've kind of grown fond of. Shout out to Queen Charts, their Twitter page, and they post updates on all things Nicki Minaj. So recently they posted Nicki Minaj's website pulled 13.3 thousand orders, while Ferg had over 66.7 thousand orders. What I'm guessing happened is The 13.3K orders were submitted and gave us only 15K website sales due to bundle buying. Ferg's 66,000 is nowhere to be found. Here's my problem. 66,000 could have been 100K plus. Bottom line is they're saying that ASAP Ferg did not submit his sales from his website to Billboard. Therefore, Nicki could have had a number one. So also another tweet that they posted was, and if you're wondering why Nicki's website has had less, it's because her website kept crashing. So we mass bought on Ferg's website. Nicki's website is responsible for the extra 4K we gained last tracking hour. So Nicki's website, they crashed the website. The Barbs crashed the website because they were all going to buy the song. And then because her website crashed, bottom line, they went over to Ferg's website, thinking, I guess, that those sales would count. But they got lost, I guess. Let me tell you something. Something does not seem right. And then again, they were trending the ASAP Ferg is over. And then Queen Charts, again, on Twitter. This is a Twitter, all things Nicki Minaj Twitter page. And they posted, y'all trending the hashtag, but failed to realize Ferg has nothing to do with the submission of the sales. He's the artist. That's what I thought. I said, okay, they're coming at ASAP Ferg. Understand, the Barbs don't play. But why would an artist submit sales from their website? So in a nutshell, it appears that, some of the sales from Ferg's website for the song were not submitted and didn't count. Yikes, right? But that debut at number 19, the Barbs are not feeling it. So the Barb, they came for Ferg, demanding an explanation as to why he didn't submit the sales from his website. But it may not be his fault, right? I mean, ASAP Ferg hasn't said anything. No one from his team has said anything. Nicki hasn't said anything. I don't expect Nicki to say anything. The woman is pregnant. I don't even know how far along she is, but she looks like she's ready to pop anytime soon. So I don't expect her to come out and say anything. ASAP Ferg and his team, maybe so. My question is this. Is it up to the artist to submit their sales from their website? That doesn't make any sense to me. I would think that it's the responsibility given to someone, on his team. I don't know. Something seems fishy about this. Like, something just doesn't seem right. But I know one thing. Come hell or high water, the Barbs are going to get their queen to number one. If not number one, they definitely will move this song higher up on the charts. I mean, it is in the top 20. It's number 19, but that is not good enough for the Barbs. So I'm just saying, I don't want no smoke with the Barbs, child. I don't like to fight. That's not my thing. So, like I said, I don't know. Something here seems off. In my opinion, here's what I think. Whether you like Nicki Minaj or the Barbs or not, to me, it's very evident that there's a lot of shenanigans going on when it comes to like her numbers and things like that. After Trolls, the song that she did with Daniel Hernandez, then they started now changing the rules of how merchandise is counted and bundle sales, when Nicki talked about that a long time ago and people didn't want to hear what she had to say and they thought that she was crazy. But then when Trolls went to number one, it didn't stay there long, no shade. But when Trolls went to number one, all of a sudden Billboard changed the rules as far as bundles and merchandising and counting that towards sales and things like that. Now here it is, ASAP Ferg and Nicki do a song, and allegedly ASAP Ferg forgot to submit thousands of sales from his website after Nicki's website crashed. Say what you will. I mean, like I said, like her or not, what I've seen throughout the years is some flim-flam going on. Definitely some flim-flam going on. This Twitter page, though, Queen Charts, is pretty interesting when it comes to data and numbers, which I like. Data and numbers, music, that's my thing. So shout out to Queen Charts. You check them out if you're definitely a Barb, or if you like data, charts, information, all things Nicki. They are on Twitter. All right, let's move this train along. Make sure you drop your comments and tell me what you think. Like I said, hate it or love it, it's something's not right. So I'm sure we'll hear something. Give us an excuse, something. Let the Barbs know. Now, I'm not a Barb. I do respect Nicki's work, and I do notice the unfair treatment that she receives when it comes to numbers and things like that. But I'm not a part of no clique. Put it that way. Anyway, I'm an equal opportunity listener of music, lover of music, observer, critique, whatever. All right, let's move it along. Ma'am, sir, listen up. The one and only living legend, Stephanie Mills, she has something to say, okay? And she has something to say specifically to Kanye West and Nick Cannon. She basically called them out. So she posted a video on her IG sharing her thoughts on Kanye West running for president and Nick Cannon's support for the rapper's campaign. Now, on yesterday's Morning Boogie morning show that was debuted in the afternoon, if you missed it, go check it out. I did talk about Nick Cannon being asked about Kanye West's campaign. He was in a airport, and a photographer came up to him and asked him what he thought about Kanye West representing the birthday party. That's his political party. And Nick Cannon is in support of Kanye West and says that, we need another black man in the White House. Well, Miss Stephanie Mills shares her thoughts on the matter. Now, this is 4 minutes of wisdom, and we are going to give Miss Stephanie Mills her respect and take a listen. Like to hear it? Here you go.
Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. And I hope everyone is doing well as can be expected. We had a tremor this morning, kind of scary, but I keep my hands in God's unchanging hands. So I'd like to say a couple of things about Kanye West and Nick Cannon. First, I know that Kanye is suffering mentally. I know that he's swinging high and low, and I really pray and hope that he gets help. But I must say that I'm disappointed because if he's trying to help our community by running for president, it's not helping out our community. He's not qualified to be president. Neither is the person that's in the White House at this time. But Kanye is a distraction. And we're living in some really, really trying times where we don't need distractions. What we need is for Kanye to get help, to get on medication, to see a therapist, and to get help. Nick Cannon, now I don't understand, because I saw you at Pop's when he gave his speech and his talk in Chicago not long ago. And then for you to come out and do what you did, like supporting Kanye, what is that? What is that? I don't understand it. Kanye's being paid to do what he's doing. Now, are we to believe that you're also being paid to be a distraction?
Ooh.
You guys are acting like little boys in a sandbox with toys.
Not toys.
But being that you're acting like that, as a mother, I would like to say, take your toys, go home and sit down.
Go home, Roger.
Get therapy. Nick, you should know better because you've learned and listened to the teachings. So you should know better. You should know better. Because I just saw you.
Oh.
So I just think that people are losing their homes. People can't pay their rent. People cannot buy food for their children or their family. We have no time for you two to be out here acting like little paid slaves. I said it. So I wish everybody well. I wish that we weren't in these times. But you must know that God is God. Mm-hmm. And you have to keep your hands in his hands. And don't be fearful. Fear is your worst enemy. Do not be fearful. Just trust that God is the best knower. Okay? I send everyone love, peace, and we're going to get through this. And on the other side of this, it's going to be very, very good. I'm optimistic about it, and I have no fear. So I want everyone to have a peaceful Sunday. Listen to music. Let the sun hit your face. Okay? Peace.
Stephanie Mills has spoken. Baby. She said that they are acting like paid slaves. And she pointed and she said, Nick, I just saw you. How dare you? Now that right there is wisdom. She read them and reprimanded them with class and sophistication, and I'm here for it. What do you guys think about what Stephanie Mills has to say? I wonder if Kanye or if Nick Cannon is going to respond. The living legend Stephanie Mills has spoken. There's nothing to say after that. Yes, ma'am. I'm not even mixed up in none of this stuff. I ain't running for president. Yes, ma'am. I will take my toys and go home. And I'm in my house. I can't say anything against, I don't disagree with anything that she said. She definitely shared her opinion, and she did it with grace and sophistication. And that right there is wisdom. It would be great if they could actually have a conversation, whether it be Kanye West and Stephanie Mills or Nick Cannon. I don't know. She said that she thinks that they're getting paid to do this, to be a distraction. She's not the first, and I'm sure she won't be the last. Drop your comments. Let me know if you saw this. Well, you just saw the video. If you saw it before today. And what do you think about what Miss Stephanie Mills had to say? I respect it. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Woo. All right. Moving along. Tracy Morgan. So, you know, his wife, if you don't know, his wife recently filed for a divorce. And his estranged wife wants sole custody of their daughter, 7-year-old daughter. So Tracy Morgan's estranged wife, this is according to page 6, she wants sole legal, and physical custody of their 7-year-old daughter. Megan, she's 33 years old. Tracy Morgan, like 51, 52. Anyway, she made the request in her divorce filing. This was obtained by page 6. She also wants Tracy Morgan to pay her alimony as agreed upon in their prenuptial agreement, which they signed back in August of 2015. Megan wants Tracy Morgan to continue to support their daughter as well as pay her legal fees. She cited irreconcilable differences as the cause of her filing for divorce. So Tracy Morgan, 51, he filed his response one day after his estranged wife, and he requested joint legal and shared residential custody of their daughter. This is according to the documents obtained by page 6. So it seems that they are not on the same page as it pertains to custody of their daughter. She wants sole legal and physical custody. Tracy Morgan, he requested joint legal and shared residential custody. Tracy Morgan also wants the court to allocate parenting time in the best interest of their daughter. So Tracy Morgan gave a statement to page 6, and he said, sadly, after nearly 5 years of marriage, Megan and I are filing for divorce. This is a challenging time for all involved, so I ask that you please respect our privacy. Now, why does she want sole legal and physical custody? Is that going to, does that have any effect on how much child support or alimony she gets? Is that what it is? If she is granted sole legal and physical custody, she'll get more alimony. Like, why does she want? I feel like unless he's a danger to the child, I don't see why she would get sole legal and physical custody. I don't know. I really hope that they work this out. That little baby is only 7 years old, and this is going to be a huge life change for her. You know, I don't know. What do you guys know about that? About custody and things like that? Why would she want? Assuming that he's not a danger to himself or his child, right? Her getting sole custody, legal and physical, does that increase child support, alimony? What? Like, if you know, educate me. Drop it in the comments. All right, royal family. That's all I got. I ain't got no more for y'all. You know, I'll try to come back on later. Tonight is the series finale of Queen Sugar. I keep saying Queen Sugar, of Greenleaf. And I have to prepare myself emotionally to say farewell to the Greenleafs. I don't know if Bishop is dead or alive, but hopefully you guys will be watching. If you are not following me on Twitter or Instagram, do so at she_royalb, just the way you see it on the screen, because I do tweet during the episode of Greenleaf, and it's fun. If you search the hashtag Greenleaf, you'll see some funny posts. It's just a good time, and this series is coming to an end. So tomorrow is the final episode, the final curtain call of Greenleaf, and you know I'll put my review up as well. All right, I have rambled on enough. I want to thank all of you for joining me today. I'll be back tomorrow with another morning show, hopefully. But yes, be sure to like the video if you came in late. Catch the replay. If you're watching the replay, thank you for your view. I definitely appreciate it. Keep all comments respectful. You guys know the drill. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and make sure you shimmy, shimmy, shimmy on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my uploads. So you guys have a splendid rest of your day, and I'll be back soon. But until next time, peace.